Well, the Gift of the Givers organization is always on hand when disaster strikes, now providing meals for 4,000 UCT students. That happened last night after the fire on campus. Let's speak to Director Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman. Dr. Sooliman, good morning. I know you're busy, so thanks so much for your time. Give us an update on what you've managed to do, who you've managed to provide what for overnight.
Good morning, Uveka. Yesterday afternoon, when we offered assistance to the university, they said they'll get back to us. And last night, of course, they ordered meals for 4,000 students. They were not sure how many students were going to be evacuated as they were watching the fire. First, it was 1,000, 2,000, it's 4,000, and now it may become more as the fire is spreading. So we arranged meals for 4,000 students, got the cooks out at night, got all the ingredients, and we had delivered to 8 or 9 facilities where the students are housed. And as we went in, the students were extremely grateful for getting the meals and drinks. And then, of course, whilst we were speaking to them, a lot of them have been fairly traumatized by the event itself. And the common thing that all of them asked for, besides thanking and being very grateful for the food, they said they require soap, toothbrush, and a toothpaste. And of course, today we're starting a whole preparation for 3 meals a day. And in addition to that, coffee and tea in the evening. And of course, the hygiene items that the students may require. In addition to that, we've been offered free data by Vodacom for all the students, and a 3 million rand donation from them. And of course, so the students can have this data at any time, contact their families or whatever, and it's available immediately.
Dr. Sooliman, you've been obviously on the ground with the students. Before they were evacuated, were they able to take things like clothes and things with them, or is that also still a need?
No, they're not. They don't need any. I'm not for the students. My teams are with students, and we couldn't be at the campus because it was out of bounds for everyone. So it wasn't appropriate for us to be near the campus. We waited for them to get out, and at that point, nobody really knew where they were going to. It was only last night, within every hour, the situation changed. They found one hotel, they put 250. They found another hotel, they put 200. They found a third hotel, they put 500. They found some residents. So as we were getting the information, we were then packaging the items and taking to them. But I don't think anybody took any items away because where are they going to store the stuff? So it's unlikely they've taken any stuff, but there's no need for clothes right now. The only requirement is food and water and drinks and those kind of items. If there's, and the hygiene, personal hygiene items. If there's anything more than that required, we will make the announcement at the appropriate time.
All right. Dr. Sooliman, of course, COVID provides an extra challenge for us now as well. So what you're hearing from your teams on the ground, is that sort of getting in the way of getting help to these students, especially like you've been saying that they've had to be put into certain places, certain hotels, other accommodation at very short notice that might not have had, sort of put everything in place to have these students come in all of a sudden. What are you hearing on that front?
No, it's fine. For COVID itself, like last night, we had like hundreds of volunteers who turned out at our office to package. We brought in our own medical teams, to make sure there is social distancing and everybody had a mask. So there was, in fact, to now, a lot of people are rational about it. They're intelligent about it. Everybody had their mask on. They were helping pack the food. So there was no problem. When we went to the hotels, all the students had their masks on. They were careful about social distancing. They're educated enough to know it's a risk that you cannot forget that COVID is not gone. And all of them got their own rooms. So the students themselves have been very careful. The volunteers have been careful. The teams have been careful. We're providing masks. We're making masks available for the students themselves. And whoever comes to the site who wants, we've got like hundreds of thousands of masks. So all the COVID rules are the first point, then the packaging of the food, then the distribution, and the additional needs thereafter.
All right. And if anybody wants to contribute to the cause, if anybody wants to help, how can they do it, even if they're not there physically to bring you the things that you need to help these students?
It's simple. Visit our social media pages or call our toll-free line, which is very easy, 0800 786 911.
0800 786 911. Thanks very much, Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman. Always there to lend a helping hand at short notice as well in any kind of tragedy or disaster. Let me just remind you of that number, 0800 786 911. If you want to contribute, if you're not there in Cape Town and you're not able to take stuff physically there, that's what they need from you. Some donations would go a long way as well.